Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back and welcome if you are new here. My name is Julia Ray Connor. I make a lot of like lifestyle, mom life, wellness type videos here on my little corner of the internet on my YouTube channel, and I'm picking up the camera today because I wanted to quickly film how I whip up a batch of my homemade laundry detergent. We make this at home for two reasons. One, it's super stinking affordable. It really makes you realize how much we're all overpaying for laundry detergent, especially because this works so well on our clothes. And I mean, the other reason is it's non-toxic. I have had such a hard time. I've been on the hunt for the last few years, basically since becoming a parent. I've just become very aware of all the crap in all of the products that we were using previously, and I don't want that around my kid, and I don't really want it around me or my husband either. So laundry detergent is something that we use every day, sometimes multiple times a day. It cleans the clothing that sits on our skin, and it was really important to me to find one or make one that was safe, basically, and free of allergens and crappy ingredients that are very irritating. And this fits the bill. It's super easy to do. It's kind of fun to do as well. And yeah, anyways, that's the why. And I thought I would bring you guys along in case you're interested to learn how I do it. Okay, so here's a glimpse of our real life Monday morning kitchen. Dishes were just done, but here is what I'm using. Washing soda, which is different than baking soda. I know that you can make your own washing soda just by baking, like putting baking soda on a baking sheet in the oven. I've never tried that before. I just buy the washing soda like this. And borax, like there are different viewpoints on borax, but I consider it a safe ingredient to use. And I'm using a coconut oil castile soap. I've used different brands, different types of castile soap in the past. This is what I'm using right now. It is very, very sensitive skin friendly. It even says it on the packaging. And I like the way that it smells, and I like the way that it works in this recipe. And previously I was using essential oils to scent, like further scent the laundry soap. I'm omitting that today. I just listened to a Huberman Lab podcast all about what is affecting declining fertility. I think her name was Dr. Crawford is the guest he had on, and she is like very well known in this field. And she was saying that they're seeing a lot of young kids with hormonal issues, and oftentimes it's actually being caused by lavender oil, because lavender oil is in so many products. Anyways, I'm going to link that episode down below because I found it fascinating and very eye-opening that I was always using lavender oil, lavender and bergamot oils in like homemade cleaning solutions, laundry detergents, and I'm not gonna do that for this batch until I can learn more about this. So yes, super basic ingredients. Let's get into it. So first things first, I'm going to add 4 cups of water into this pot and heat it up on low medium. I'm not trying to get it super boiling hot. Okay, so while that is heating up, I'm going to grate my soap. So this recipe calls for 4 to 6 ounces. Just for more cleaning power, I'm going to use 6, so 1.5 of these, because I believe these are 4 ounces each still. Yes, they're 4 ounces each. I just had to buy a new pack of them because I use the Kirk's Castile soap for a lot around our home. But yes, 1.5 of these. I'm going to grate it up, and then I'm going to add it to the water and stir it around until it dissolves. So now I'm going to take my 1.5 bars, or my 6 ounces of grated castile soap, and I'm just going to carefully add it all to the hot water. Okay, so while my soap is dissolving into the water, I'm going to fill up a 5-gallon bucket with hot water. You could do this in your bathtub if you don't have a big enough sink. I do this here just because I have this extendable faucet. Okay, so now comes the powders. So the first thing you're gonna need, washing soda. Again, this is very different than baking soda, and it's tricky to find. I don't know if that's just because I'm Canadian and maybe in Canada it's harder to find. I will rarely see this on a shelf in a brick and mortar store. I have to order it on Amazon. The nice thing is you only need a cup for one batch of this, so this will last a very long time, and I use it for a lot of other stuff around the house and in life, so it's definitely worth it for me. Borax you can just get anywhere. I got mine from Walmart, and it's very, very affordable. Once you realize how few ingredients you need and how little of the ingredients you need for one batch of this, you're gonna see how you can get so much out of what you buy, and this will really last you just forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, so 1 cup of washing soda. Right into the hot water. The water is not boiling, but it's not warm. It is hot, if that makes sense. And then 1 cup of borax. And I'm just gonna stir this around until it's dissolved completely. Okay, so now it really is as easy as just pouring in your soap and water. And I'm just gonna give this a really, 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 really good stir to make sure that it's all combined. Okay, so now the last thing I'm gonna do is just top off the bucket with hot water. I'm probably gonna bring it to like here. Okay, so I am now just gonna set this aside with the lid on for about 24 hours, maybe a little bit longer. I'm just gonna pop it over here in the corner of the kitchen, and I will tune back in tomorrow. Okay guys, it is the next day. I'm in my pajamas, and I thought I would show you. I just opened this up and gave it a stir. It's still very liquidy. The thing you'll notice is it doesn't gel up like a typical laundry detergent, but don't worry, that doesn't mean it doesn't work the same, if not better. So here's what I do, just because it makes so much. I have these 2 big jars that I got from the hardware store, and I'm just going to literally like dip it in, fill it up, and screw on the lid, and then I just rinse off what's on the outside instead of trying to like pour it in or ladle it in. I just find that's easier. And you know, it works. And then I'll store the rest of it in here, and just as these get used up, you know, add more in from the big jug. So here I am using the detergent in our front-loading washing machine. I've never had a residue problem at all for towels or things that I want to brighten. I use peroxide. For normal loads of clothing, I'll use white vinegar as a fabric softener, and that is that. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!